What's the most amazing thing about the universe? The only way we can see the universe is from inside it. We will likely never possess any way of viewing our universe from outside its physicality. That in the grand scheme of things we are all immortal. Our organic cells will die, our consciousness will cease, and we will no longer be able to directly observe existence, but the atoms that make up our bodies will simply be new compounds. And if energy is neither created nor destroyed, if our atoms continue to be, we will eventually make up the building blocks of new compounds. Pieces of us will watch the sun swallow up Mercury and Venus. Pieces of us will watch supernovae and black holes and all sorts of cosmic phenomena. Perhaps even one day our atoms will return to a nebula, and the cycle will begin again. A new star is formed, new planets begin to orbit it, liquid water forms on a small green rock orbiting this star, and an intelligent species evolves to travel to marvel at the wonders of our universe. One of my favorite shows is Battlestar Galactica, and one of the quotes that stuck out to me was "All of this has happened before, and it will happen again." I tend to think there's some truth to that. I've had a couple friends and my grandfather die this year, and as an agnostic I'm processing death a bit differently from the rest of my family. I don't think of death as the ending, as a finality. I don't think there is an afterlife as most religions conceive of it. I think that in a weird way, we all live forever. A single human brain has as many neurons as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Around 100 billion. If you were on a planet 65 million light years away from Earth and had a really good telescope, you could see the dinosaurs. It must be true that either 1. It didn't exist, then it did, or 2. It has always existed. Take the 13.8 billion year lifetime of the universe and map it onto a single year, so that the Big Bang takes place on January 1st at midnight, and the current time is mapped to December 31st at midnight. On this timeline, anatomically modern humans don't show up until about 11:52 p.m. on December 31st, and all of recorded history takes place during the last 10 seconds. This concept is called the cosmic calendar, popularized by Carl Sagan. Hydrogen plus time equals people and planets. Hydrogen, given enough time, will send unsolicited dick pics. How young it is. People look at the universe being 13.7 billion years old and say that is ancient. That is nothing. Stars will continue to form for another 100 trillion years. Even after that, stellar remnants will exist for quadrillions of years. Black holes will still produce energy that can be used by intelligent civilizations for 10,100 years. Keep in mind, if biological life doesn't destroy itself, we will just keep getting more and more knowledge. It's probably a safe bet that within 500 years, which is nothing on universal timescales, we will be an interstellar species that has long ago transcended biology. There is no telling what our descendants will do for the remaining life of the universe. The 4 to 5 billion years of biological evolution of life on Earth will be looked at as an embryonic stage for endless quintillions of years of real life to begin post-biology. They will view the universe as their oyster, a place of infinite possibilities, while we are still just spending our days trying not to die, and trying to avoid being punished by our brains with pain. Inanimate/non-living objects eventually formed to make sentient, living beings that questioned their own existence, and want to find facts about the process between the beginning of the universe to now, and even want to anticipate the future. All from some hydrogen, poops floating around and doing stuff. There is a theory which states that, if ever anyone discovers exactly what the universe is for, and why it is here, it will instantly disappear, and be replaced by something even more bizarre and inexplicable. There is another theory which states that this has already happened. Douglas Adams. That we just don't understand it. It could be flat, it could be irregular, there could be another one, it's growing at an exponential speed, it's invisible contents. We try to learn more about it using our earthly knowledge, but there is certainly more to it. It's like trying to wrap your head around eternity. This exactly. We don't know what is out there, and can only really guess through theories from our already obtained knowledge, which, as of today, is most likely just a drop in the ocean, compared to the universe in its entirety. Because of this the potential is endless, and that idea is very exciting. That it created self-aware entities that think about it. Given enough time, hydrogen gives itself a name. Given enough time, hydrogen atoms will start to masturbate. The universe is expanding so fast that there are galaxies we would never be able to view, because the regions of spacetime surrounding these galaxies are moving away from us faster than light. The light that escapes them will never reach us. Furthermore, this expansion seems to be accelerating, meaning that as time goes on, more celestial bodies will disappear from our view as they are pushed out of the observable universe. In trillions of years, likely long after the human race has expired, the night sky will likely be completely black and devoid of stars. When the Milky Way galaxy inevitably collides with our neighbor galaxy Andromeda, the likelihood of two stars actually colliding with each other is almost none. Space itself can't reach a perfect vacuum. Therefore, the coldest spot in the entire known universe is a lab in Italy. If the charge of an electron were 0.1% different, stars wouldn't be able to exist and neither would planets or life. It would just be a lot of independent particles flying around and nothing happening. Particles only have a defined velocity and position once they are observed. This is due to the wave function collapse. We still have no idea why this happens, but it's been proven that velocity plus position is not intrinsic, and that we actually live in a universe defined by probabilities. When you watch a sunset, the moment the sun dips below your horizon and you can't see it anymore, that happened 8 minutes ago, because it takes roughly 8 minutes for the light of the sun to leave it and reach your eyes. The emptiness and distance apart everything is from each other out in space. It's estimated there is 96 to 99% plus empty space in the universe. Also, the moon is so far away from Earth that every other planet in the solar system could be lined up and fit in between. It doesn't have an edge. I repeat, there is no edge of the universe. There are billions upon billions of stars in the universe, and yet there are still more ways than that to shuffle a deck of cards. According to the current theoretical model of the Big Bang, only about 1/1000th of the universe created during the Big Bang currently remains, the rest having been converted to energy in matter/antimatter annihilation events just after the event. Source, link in description below. The best part, which is what your link is about, is that we don't know why it wasn't all turned into energy. According to our current models, matter shouldn't exist anymore. It's a big mystery as to why we're even here. That there are supermassive black holes that have event horizons multiple times larger than the orbit of Pluto. That some waves/particles act differently when we observe them to when we don't, almost as if they know. That if the Big Bang is correct, everything in the universe used to fit into something the size of the head of a pin. Thanks to the relationship of space-time to the speed of light, photons traveling through the vacuum of space do not experience time, only momentum. So to a photon the last 14 trillion years is instantaneous.